9 months ago, I asked the question, what if we put the two most powerful combos in Vintage in the same deck? Tinker and Doomsday. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to a donation deck list for a Vintage Challenge on a Saturday. You might be seeing some different days for Vintage Challenges, as they've added a new Vintage Challenge on Friday evenings at, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern sounds right. Either way, there should be 3 Vintage Challenges a weekend. That doesn't mean I will stream 2 challenges a week, but what it does probably mean is I get to pick and choose between a Friday and a Saturday challenge, which is actually a really big deal for me personally. I haven't really done a lot of, paper magic or IRL stuff on Saturdays in the last few years. So having access to a Friday evening challenge seems like a decent stream slot that we can utilize to make sure we always get a challenge stream every week and have some more options. And of course, more magic, more vintage, better. So I have a donation deck list today, and from Mark, and they were interested in seeing Tinker Doomsday come back, and people have asked for Tinker Doomsday to come back, and I've kind of been putting it off because I just don't really see a huge compelling reason to play Tinker Doomsday. Tinker Doomsday as a concept is kind of been just replaced by the Beseech deck, even though the Beseech deck isn't seeing a lot of play. Beseech as a concept is very much Tinker Doomsday. It's a Dark Ritual Tinker deck at its core. So I don't really see a super big reason to play, Tinker Doomsday over Beseech. Beseech is a little bit more straightforward than Doomsday. Doomsday adds a lot of extra thought muscles. But we do have a little bit of a reason today, and that is the release of Ponder from the restricted list. So we have 4 Ponder in this deck. It is basically the 75 that I last streamed 9 months ago or something. I've just trimmed some Preordains and a Sensei's Top and another Magic the Gathering card. No, 2 Preordains and a Sensei's Top for 3 Ponders. Pretty easy swap. And then I've changed the sideboard slightly to include some different removal, 1 Null Rod for Jewel, and stuff like that. There definitely are other things we could do. The addition of Ponder here does increase the blue count enough that maybe we could cut a blue card and play something. Nami suggests maybe we play a Beseech the Mirror over a Dig Through Time. That makes our Merchant Scroll a bit worse. But the Merchant Scroll has Ancestral and Gush. It won't let us Merchant Scroll for a thing that gets around Hold Breacher, which is kind of a deal, but like blue, maybe not a huge deal. I'm down. I think we can try it. Let's try it. Let's put a Beseech in the deck. I think that's actually like a reasonable thing. And Beseech is a card that doesn't get that much. It does get. Well, we can't Beseech into Beseech, so you can't Storm. So you probably have to Beseech into a Doomsday. Let's give it a shot. I think that's like worth trying. So, do I think Jewel Shops can play 4 Ponder? No. Jewel Shops can't cast blue spells. So, yeah. So we're gonna play this Tinker Doomsday through a challenge today. Oh my god, I don't think we're gonna get Beseech in. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Leave. 50 seconds. Oh no. I hope we make it. Watch not me kill the whole stream. All right. I think we're in. I will see you in round 1. Have you ever wanted to win your own real Black Lotus? The legendary NYSE Vintage Tournament returns this June 22nd on Long Island in New York. 15 proxy, high stakes, paper vintage action with 8 whole pieces of unlimited power as prizes. You are not going to want to miss it. Check out more information in the description below. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, we're here for round 1 of the Vintage Challenge. Slight disclaimer before we start this video. I'm not a super good Doomsday player, and I can tell you for sure that chat is worse than me. So bear with us as we do our best. The Tinker Piles in Doomsday are a lot more complex than normal Doomsday piles because you have weird things like Citadel, Moxen piles, and using top to break into your piles. So hopefully we'll do okay here. This hand is pretty sus, but we do have Island Ponder. A notable Legacy streamer once told me you have to keep Island Ponder. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't typically stream Doomsday, just because my style of streaming is very chat interactive. And for that to work, I typically have to have made a decision already and then tell chat why they're wrong. So when I'm less confident in my decision making, it is actually kind of harder to stream the style of stream I usually like to do. So, Island Ponder. We've got a demonic consultation. That seems like a good one, and a gush. So, yeah. I'm gonna hide the consult, and then we'll draw it next turn, and we'll fetch away the other fetch. And then try to find a force. But the gush could help us find a force when we go for the kill, so. I'm pretty sure this hand it's kind of weird because I think that this is a kind of hand that Discoverin would always keep. It's not the hand that you and I like to keep when we play Doomsday, not me. That's a problem. It's definitely not a hand that you and I like to keep, but I know that from watching a lot of Discoverin replays, this is definitely a hand that Discoverin would keep for what it's worth. So. I think I'm gonna keep that other fetch land on top of my library. One of the harder matchups for Doomsday actually is Sphere Resistance Wasteland decks, Sphere Shops. But I do have some Tinker options in games 2 and 3 that'll probably help. So the old Sphere into Draw Ruby, a classic scenario. Not exactly sure how we are going to win this game. I was pretty much looking to set up a consult kill with force backup using Gush, but now I don't have that option. It costs 5 mana. So, oh my god, it costs 6 mana. This is just going to be a very tough one, I would think. Don't know exactly how we're going to win this game. Very hard to play into multiple sphere effects, which is why Sphere got Thorn got restricted in the first place. Kind of, but like I would have to crack fetch lands, wouldn't I? So you don't really know what my path forward is here if my opponent plays simply something that makes a construct token. Like I'm just gonna die, right? I do technically have a dress down in my deck, but I guess there's a world where we draw. I guess we don't have a preordain in our deck at all to make the preordain trick work, huh? Wow, Mana Vault. That's one construct. Oh, they have a Tolarian Academy as well. Oh yeah, we're just super dead. We're just so dead. We are just the most dead. My hand did not have a Force of Will, and my opponent played Workshop Sphere, and we lost the game. A common vintage line. No, it costs 6 mana to play Golos. I guess you can, though. You can make a construct and play Golos pretty easily here. I think you have 1 extra mana to spare, too. Another Sphere. Oh, a Nettlecyst. Man, this card's so good. Just like an immediate, like, 6/6 or whatever. It's gonna be like an 8/8 next turn. How do I win this game? Can I win this game? I'm gonna, like, take 16 next turn, probably. 7, 7, 6, 6, 7, 13. 15. What if I like YOLO console? Is that like a higher upside than brainstorming? That's like kind of my question right now. It doesn't matter. Just cast consult for a card that's a one of and have it be my bottom two. I'm just trying to figure out if that's a higher upside play than brainstorming. I'm just like thinking what kind of lines brainstorm actually gets us to. Like what can we hit off brainstorm? Like Lotus is only +1 mana. I currently need 6 mana. So I guess theoretically I might not die next turn from attacks, and I could kill them with no if they have no wasteland and I play a Lotus this turn. Mox plus fetch plus Dark Ritual is no mana. So if I were to, they draw nothing and I don't die, can I make it to, I need how much for this? 3 for this and 3 for this. 6 mana. 1, 2. I mean, I have 6 mana. So I just think I'm going to die. 16. They just have to draw an artifact. I'm pretty sure we're dead, but I mean, at least if they don't know my list, this Mox Emerald will make them crazy. So 6, 16. I think I'm just dead because the Tolarian Academy makes a second construct, right? So I think I was just supposed to YOLO consult then. YOLO consult has a very small chance of winning, where this was just deterministically killing me. 8, 15. This goes away as 16, and then it goes up to 18. So yeah, we're just dead. I don't know. So yeah, so I guess our best line was just consult for any one of and hope it's the last two cards and Oracle our opponent. Does show our entire list, but oh, they just sure. You got me. I am dead on board anyways, so I don't think I care that much. All right, so my opponent had like a very solid shops draw. We didn't have a force, and we died. We got a Hercules recall on our sideboard though, and we also have Tinker Sphinx. I don't think we need a portal. On the play, well, we have all these Flusterstorms, Probes, Missteps. It's pretty good. And then one more. I feel like you have to keep in Gush. I kind of like keeping in Citadel on the play usually, just because you have those like turn 1 Tinker options and you need to make sure they're kills. Guess we can trim a Ponder. We are bringing in 5 blue cards, which is nice. I could just trim this Merchant Scroll actually here. That looks fine. Something like this seems good. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I would just like name Black Lotus or something, and then hope it's my last 2 cards, and then play Oracle for a win. I think we would have been able to play through a single sphere pretty easily, but 2 spheres was, like, too much. It's not like they disrupted us in any meaningful way. They just put 2 spheres down. I guess spheres are meaningful, but it's not like they wastelanded us is what I'm trying to say. They just had 2 spheres into Nettlecyst, which is why Nettlecyst is played. If you're asking, like, "Oh, why is the Prison Shops deck playing Nettlecyst?" That's why. It just closes the game. Uh, just need to draw a Moxen. Pretty sure this one's always a keep. Obviously, you need to get a little lucky, but yeah, so this is just the highest smash cost or the highest value for the smash cost. What am I trying to say? Ah, my opponent. Strong draws. Mishra's Workshop. That's a hell of a magic card, huh? Please play like not a Lodestone Golem, I guess. Please play like a Mystic Forge or something. Graph Digger's Cage. Sure. That stops Tinker. Just gonna let this resolve, and we're gonna go for our Hercules kill instead, where we end step a Hercules and then kill them on the turn after. Doomsday. Maybe I'm supposed to actually play Island out here, because I'm probably gonna have to fetch to cast Negation. We did not take out Citadel. This stops both Tinkers, though, besides Portal, if we had boarded in Portal. I think we're just gonna get smushed by Shops in this round 1 here. My hands were just not very high power. Maybe I should have mulliganed. I can obviously see mulligan in game 1 hand, but in the blind with, like, basic island and combo pieces, I think it's okay. This hand, like, has good stuff, but doesn't have explosive. I mean, you could definitely mulligan this hand and look for, like, a turn 1 combo hand. That's totally reasonable. I just feel like this kind of hand typically is going to beat a Shop's Draw as well, where you just, like, have a bunch of non-wastelandable lands, a basic, a time, a Force, and a Hercules. But maybe that's too optimistic here. It's gonna be really funny if we just, like, can't play the game because we drew the basic island. Guess it's, like, slightly unfortunate that we won't be able to. I mean, we're gonna pitch Time Walk if we have to force something. They have a wasteland. See, this is a huge problem. I see. Okay. Doesn't matter. All right. Well, now I feel like we're in a great spot. This is exactly what I meant by I think this hand's going to be very good. uh, just need to draw a Mox to kill my opponent. I might even be able to kill my opponent if I draw a just a cantrip, right? Yeah, I have a kill with a cantrip as well. But I can't Hercules until I have a kill, so they have nothing. Like, I can't crack here in Hercules, especially because they'll wasteland me. Oracle. Do I hold my Underground Sea? I mean, they're never going to tap this wasteland, right? They have double Workshop. What if I just cast Doomsday? What if I just crack for 2 Underground Seas and cast 4 mana Doomsday? Is there really any way they can punish me for that? I guess they can kill me with an Archive Trap. feel like it's not necessary to just like risk it for no reason. Like I can make a pass the turn pile, but I feel like there's like definitely ways we lose to a pass the turn pile if we do a pass the turn pile, right? It's not like we're in particular danger at the moment. Do I have a win if I cast Hurkyl's Recall? Not necessarily, but theoretically it's definitely possible. I don't want to, I only have one Hurkyl's in my deck, so I really don't want to Hurkyl's unless I have to. Right, so I think I can. Do I cast Ponder here? No, because I can't cast. I mean, don't think so. Cost 2 mana. It gets me 100% value off my Underground Sea. I should probably just cast Ponder here. Another negation and another land and another Doomsday. I feel like these are cards are bad. Like I do want another land. I guess I can always keep the land and fetch away the other ones. So like, I definitely want the land. But I have to I can fetch away the other ones because I'm not actually I guess if they have a second wasteland, it's bad. But like what if I just run out of underground seas? That feels like something that could happen here. Wish I had a gush in my hand. I guess I don't wish I had a gush in my hand, considering that would like way overdraw us. Uh-huh. Another wasteland. So do I fetch away the garbage and get wastelanded? See, like, what am I supposed to do here? I feel like I have to. If they just wasteland me on every turn in this game, like, I just lose, right? I mean, I can't draw those two cards. They're just dead draws. Maybe I played this game terribly. Okay, here are my gushes and my jet. Okay. So the problem is if they have another wasteland, I'm locked out. So I should probably just take the gush. So I take the gush, and then we'll try to draw the jet next turn, and then we'll Hurkyl's on the turn after that. Unless I have to force something, in which case we lose the jet. What a weird game. Maybe I played this game too restrained. Sizagolos. A Nettle Cyst. So this thing hits me for 1 billion. But it's okay, I think. Maybe I just counter it, though. I lose out on my Tinker line, but I still have my Doomsday. Oh, wait, I don't have enough blue lands for Doomsday. All right, maybe this was shit, too. What am I getting rid of? Oracle? If I get wastelanded after this, I'm going to be sad. They have a follow-up play? Sure hope they don't have another sphere. I mean, I must have played this game badly, right? Mox. Okay. So technically, if I draw a Mox here, I can go Hurkyl's Gush and then Tinker. Negation. Right? I think I just time walk, try to draw the Mox to win the game immediately. I mean, I'm assuming I'm gonna win the game if I Tinker a Citadel, for what it's worth. Maybe I don't. I feel like the rebuy is worth it. So like maybe we're just supposed to gush now. If I gush, I can still time walk, right? But the problem is, oh, I guess I couldn't unless I draw 2. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to. I kind of want to hold the gush, but I also kind of want to just cast the gush. Ah, okay. So now I just win on the spot, right? So I play this, I Hercules, then I Tinker. I guess I can get Mind Break trapped. No! Alright, I guess I lose. I guess that also loses. My opponent just plays a sphere and then a cage. I guess I should have just gotten a Sphinx. How many lands are in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 5 lands in my deck. I mean, I have to just counter this, even though there's a cage. Oh, yeah, I can't even remove a second cage. All right, I guess I just... Oh, they have a sphere off the top and a cage. And a null rod, right? Oh, boy. I really did it this time. Should I just gotten Sphinx? How likely am I to brick from there? I had 18 life and 5 lands in my deck. Am I dumb? Yeah, maybe. Oh, they're not even gonna play the null rod. Banger. I can't even Doomsday right now. Because they drew a sphere off the top. That's so crazy, man. I'm so bad at this game. I don't know. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong at every point. Would they draw this time? I mean, they can probably play the null rod. Like, they have enough mana, right? Like, who cares if you turn off your Soul Ring Emerald? No, I think I have one. Oh, I am out of things to fetch. Well, I don't want to draw this Doomsday anyways, so... Well, they didn't play a null rod, so this top actually does something. Oh, I guess I should not... Oh, wait. Yeah. So I can find a land and get rid of it, theoretically. I can't cast anything except for Consult. I just can't cast spells for the rest of the game, right? If my opponent null rods me, I just can't cast anything for the rest of the game. Yeah, I guess I just played this game like shit. Damn. That's crazy. I mean, I would have won if I had simply just put a Sphinx in play, right? So like I should just put a Sphinx in play. Oh, I guess I do have Dark Ritual, you're right. But I can't spin for it. So I guess I can consult for a Dark Ritual and then do something from there and hope I don't mill over my other Oracle. Like my pile is like land Hercules. I don't yeah. Man, I am hilarious. You are a funny one. Just name Sensei's top, bro. Come on. All right. I'm gonna consult for a Dark Ritual. I can't cast the Dark Ritual, but I have to hope I don't mill over the Oracle. I did not mill over the Oracle. Imagine we win this game. Opponent just draws nothing and we win. Oh, that doesn't look like nothing. They drew a Golos. What a player. I think we might still win from here. So I cast Dark Ritual. I cast Doomsday. I go to... All right, so my pile has an Underground Sea on top. And then the first card we draw next turn is a Hercules Recall. And then from there... So as long as they don't draw... No, that's fine. As long as that's that. As long as they don't draw, like, two things. So land on top, Hercules Recall underneath. And then... How much life am I going to have? I'm going to be down to 7. And I'm going to go down to 2 life. So I need to put... I cast this. I draw this. I had to put Ancestral Black Lotus. No, that's too much. It has to be Gush. It has to be Gush, Oracle. I can't cast Oracle off the top of my library because I'm going to be at 2 life, right? So it's got to be... Put the Ancestral off the top. Draw the Hercules Recall. Get a... Oh, I can't Gush, though. So it has to be like Ponder into Oracle with a Black Lotus underneath it. Is that how it has to be? Because I cast the Hercules from my hand. My top card is Ponder. Top card is Ponder. Underneath Ponder is an Oracle and a Black Lotus. Okay, I think this works. Try this. Order these cards, put them on top of each other. So the bottom card is first. It's been a while since I've done this. So Black Lotus, Oracle, Ponder, Hercules, Underground Sea. Play the Underground Sea, pass. I believe this wins unless something bad happens here. Oh, fuck off! The whole time they had the archive trap? Glad I didn't go for a slow Doomsday pile. Alright, whatever, man. Ah, come on, bro! I I actually came up with a winning line here. Disgusting. I just got archive trapped. I mean, I think we played this game badly, but if my opponent had the last card was archive trap the whole game, we actually played well. Because if they had, because they were holding a card the whole game. If the card they were holding the whole game was archive trap, our slow Doomsday pile would have killed us. And I played around that, right? I vocalized that I played around that by waiting. The only thing that I think off the top of my head could have been changed was I could have tinkered for a Sphinx. Because I think it's very hard for the Sphinx to lose. There are ways for a Sphinx to lose, but I don't think my opponent had enough action in play to lose to a Sphinx, right? I just thought that the Citadel was like almost 100% going to be a kill. Obviously, it's not 100% because there are 5 lands left in my deck. But we had like, what, 5 lands in 50, 45 cards or something. But I mean, maybe there's no reason, like I said, there's no reason to open myself. Like I said, there's no reason to open myself up to getting Mindbreak trapped. That's why I played around it. Maybe I should have not opened myself up to drawing a land off the top on my Citadel. Yeah. I'm actually pretty happy with myself that I played around an archive trap that my opponent wasn't likely to have, but I played around it anyways. Obviously, we got to the point in the game where we could no longer play around archive trap, but we actually did put up a pile here, through a sphere, through a cage, that would have won. Like, even if I get wastelanded, I untap, I Hercules, Ponder, and then play Black Lotus and Oracle. Well, Doomsday wins the game on the spot. Counterspell is a brick. Yeah, but there's not that many of those either. It's like, there was already a negation drawn, so there was like 5, maybe? Like, I cut all the other ones. Like, every other card wins the game. Like, every other card wins the game. Whereas, like, Sphinx is not deterministic, but Sphinx is probably close enough to deterministic that we should have done it, so... Maybe I was just wrong in that matter. But, I mean, I'm pretty happy because I did, like, take the line that beats the archive trap that was in their board. I just didn't take maybe the right Tinker line. All right. All right, round 2. Have a force, has a demonic. It's a keep. Opponent is Jose, usually on combo, but sometimes on mono white initiative, so we'll have to see. This hand is pretty bad against the Chancellor. They've revealed a Chancellor. Nothing is going well. Wait, they revealed a Chancellor and then played Pearl Wasteland Go? I guess that means they're going to play Cavern Archon on turn 2, I assume. Right? I feel like that must be what's happening here. There's no way they kept this hand and it just like plays a non-cavern, right? I guess my blue stars can get wastelanded, but I feel like that's not that bad of an outcome. Our recording. We got Cavern, Archon, Human, Anointed Peacekeeper. Sure, this is just gonna name Demonic Tutor, right? Maybe it names Stress Down. Sensei's top. So we have Demonic this turn? What do we need to draw for Demonic to be good? Doomsday. No! No, no, no! This would win, right? Or no? I actually don't have enough mana for this to win. I could Doomsday, but isn't Doomsday like asking to lose here? I get wastelanded and then maybe like caverned or something. Like, how can I possibly build a slow pile here that wins? There's just no way, right? There's just no possible way I can build a slow pile that wins from here, right? I can't even think of what that pile would entail. Like, I can go Demonic Lotus Doomsday, but then what? Like, what is our plan? What are we putting? Like, we get wastelanded, so we can't put Ancestral on top. Like, what if they play an Archon? How are we gonna get blue? I guess we have to do another Lotus. But we can't draw any cards. Well, I mean, yeah, that would work if our Ponder hits a blue source. But I guess we can't really Demonic for anything anyway, so, like, do we actually have any choices other than Ponder? I mean, Ponder, like, also, if they play an Archon, we have to be able to force it. I mean, we don't really have any other choices. I'm pretty sure we have to Ponder. All right, so we did hit a land. We also hit a Dark Ritual. I mean, yeah, I guess we're going to go for a kill next turn here. But what if we get wastelanded? Maybe it doesn't matter. Do I need to order the Brainstorm below? What if we just Demonic for a Lotus? Isn't that better? We get our land and we Demonic for a Lotus. And we play a Lotus, but we don't have to Doomsday. I guess that exposes us to a freaking Lorien, right? I guess I could get Gush here. And then Gush when they wasteland me. Is that actually a good play, though? Or is that Copium play? But if I play Black Lotus and don't Doomsday, then what do we do? I mean, maybe you can Black Lotus Doomsday here, and then you just make your pile... I still don't know what I would make my pile. Like, it obviously includes an Oracle and a Black Lotus, but, like, what are the other cards on the way there? I don't know. Land. It's like fetch land. I don't know. If we get double wasted, it's just too bad, right? If I get wastelanded and Lorient, is that bad for me? I'm just trying to figure out if Gush is a bad play here. Gush wins the game if they don't wasteland me too, right? Should take a Gush. That could be wrong. I'm definitely down for that to be wrong. They know my hand, right? They know these cards here. So they know I had a Doomsday. I drew a mental misstep. All right, well, I guess that's a blue card for force. None of these cards are castable. Oh, wait, another Cavern. Sick. So they're going to play Cavern on Archon. Oh, Cavern on Cleric. Somehow I don't feel like I'm winning. So they did have a Lorien? Okay, so they did have a Lorien. So my Black Lotus line was a lot worse. Everything seems a little bad for me. Anyone wondering at home? Moxen was an unbelievably good draw, though. No, they drew another Wasteland. All right, I'm gonna cycle this. I feel like all of the choices that I made ended up being like pretty reasonable and would have been punished if I had gone with the other lines. I just don't think it's gonna be enough to win. I guess we draw our own Black Lotus, maybe. Okay, so it looks like they held off playing a thing. This Anointed Peacekeeper on top has gotten some serious value as well. I can't spin, right? Costs 1,000,000 to spin. Yeah. What a game. I do think that, like, I correctly played around the cards that they had. It just turns out the way to do that is just lose. They don't know the third Wasteland. Wasteland is so good, man. Wasteland is so much better than every other card. Not really, but certainly better than Saga. All right, how do we win this game? I draw Ancestral. I draw Black Lotus. I draw Dark Ritual. Okay. That, I feel like, has to be winning. But I don't have a way to draw a card and break into a Doomsday pile. So it's more likely that we're beseeching for a Tinker or a Yogwill. The problem is Tinker doesn't do anything because I have a Beseech. I have a Citadel in my hand. What if I Dark Ritual, Beseech, Yogwill, Dark Ritual, Beseech, Yogwill. God, I feel like that's got to win. I just don't know how it wins. I also have to be careful of this Lorien activation. So I fetch an Underground Sea, and I do it off of the Sapphire. I have a basic island, but I don't think that matters at this point. I think it's better to just get my double land drop from Yogg. All right, I am going to try this, and I don't exactly know what I'm doing with it, but I just feel like it has to be the right way. Because there's no way for me to break into my Doomsday pile, right? So I have to beseech. The question is what am I beseeching for? And the answer, I feel like, has to be Yogwill. I just need to find a way to put together a win with these cards, which I don't 100% know that we can't have, but... Dark Ritual, Beseech with Bargain, sacking Sapphire. If I was normal Beseech here, I would win on the spot, because I would just double Beseech Yogwill Tendrils line. But because I'm Tinker Doomsday, I don't win on the spot. I mean, I might still win on the spot, but we're going to have to find out. Maybe they'll concede. Oh, I should probably have played the C first so I could gush, right? Okay, so we can just Doomsday pile kill them. I almost lost the game, though, because if they had Wastelanded me, I wouldn't have been able to gush. So now I can just cast Dark Ritual and then Doomsday. Oh, I can't gush and Doomsday, though, right? So how do I win? Because once I Doomsday, I lose my yard, right? Not exactly a combination. I have 2 tutors, though. Can I get Oracle Kill? No, Oracle Kill loses to Lorien. I guess I can Dress Down first. But then I can't Oracle Kill. So how the fuck do I win? That's not how the combo works. So I need to make a Doomsday pile, but how do I break into my Doomsday pile? I just need to draw a card. I guess I can demonic for a card that draws a card. So I have 5 mana, but I'm going to run out of mana if I do that. The fuck? How do I win from here? All right, I think I'm just supposed to make a blue mana and gush. And try to find a draw spell. That's a draw spell. Does it... I'm at 3, I go to 1. All right, I feel like that should win. I go to 3, I go to 1. I make a pile that draws an Ancestral and a Black Lotus and an Oracle with 1 card left in my library. Draw down to 4. Draw down to 1. Okay. I guess I could pay a 1 too, actually. Like, I don't actually have to lose life for this. Yeah, this was so much more straightforward if I had a Beseech Tendrils line. Put Citadel into play at 6 life. All right, so this is Ancestral, Black Lotus, Oracle, I don't know, Oracle Petal or something. Probe into Ancestral, draw Black Lotus, Petal, Oracle, or... I don't really know if my other cards matter here. I don't think my other cards matter here. As long as I have 1 card on the bottom. So I draw, and then I draw 4 cards, and there's 1 card on the bottom. I can't even... I cast a Force. I guess I can cast a Force already, so... Alright, I don't think these cards matter. Petal, Oracle, Lotus, Ancestral. I can go to 1, right? I can't force. Whoa. Ah! That was so much harder than it needed to be, and I played around the Lorien activation by having 1 card in my library. Holy crap. It's just so sad because normally Beseech there in a Beseech the Mirror Storm deck is just Beseech, Yogwill, Beseech, Tinker. Or Beseech, Tendrils, and you just kill your opponent. But I had to think so hard. Why are you making me think? All right, on the draw versus Mono White Initiative. Pretty sure this is an all Tinker targets matchup. Maybe you cut Citadel on the draw. Actually, I might not even play Sphinx. I feel like Sphinx is always bad. Mindbreak Trap and Negation on the draw, maybe. I mean, Flusterstorm is bad. Misstep is bad. Probe is bad. Though Probe did win us the game there. I guess any Ponder would have won us the game there. And then Merchant Scroll is bad. So I'm like going pretty low on blue cards, right? 5, 6, 10, 14, 17, 20. It's okay. Yeah, Yogwill and Yogwilling before a Doomsday does not seem like a combo. What does this hand do? This hand doesn't do anything. But it does have a Snuff out. I don't know. I feel like this is a turn 2 kill versus a lot of hands. Oh, they have a Chancellor. Well, the good news is I played around Chancellor by not having a Force in my hand, so... Ah, another Pearl opener. Uncounterable Archon? Uncountable Archon is pretty bad here. Yeah. Okay. Tapped lands. It's definitely bad for me. I can't even fetch and snuff out because I'm gonna have to pay. Oh, we're so dead. We're so dead to this draw. I think we're dead to this draw in most games for what it's worth, but we're super dead to this draw here. They probably just named Delta, right? Maybe they did name Snuff out. Seeing as that's my way I win the game. They name Snuff out and then they wasteland my Delta. Yep, name Delta. How do I win this game? Good thing they didn't name Flooded Strand. No, no! They drew Strip Mine! We just didn't get to play the game at all. We were completely locked out of ever playing that. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. I probably need to do that actually though. So it would enter tap and they could just destroy it anyways. I think I have to do that because I think I need to. Oh, okay. Mercy. You are the best mono white gamer. I should have never doubted you. All right, on the play. I want the Citadel back in and the Mindbreak Trap out, I guess. Yeah. All right, we're on the play versus mono white. We just our deck is capable of turn 1 kills, I believe. Why? Our deck is so bad. Our deck is so bad. Oh my god. I mean, I could keep, right? I technically... Oh, I don't have the ability to hardcast Force, huh? Is there any world where this untaps and tinkers and wins? Yeah, I feel like there are worlds where it does. Fetch or island. I mean, Doomsday isn't a kill. But Tinker might be. The problem is Tinker Portal is always bad here. So it has to be Citadel. So if they play like an Archon or something. Even if they play like a Peacekeeper and name Tinker, it could still be bad. I feel like there are definitely ways where this is bad. Let's try it. Science. This is definitely not a snap keep. If this Dark Ritual was a force, I think it's a blue card. I think it's a snap keep. But it's definitely a little trickier than that. All right, no Chancellor. Wish I could like Dark Ritual Force or something. I'm gonna die, chat. Oh. Like if they just played an Archon, it's like pretty bad for me, right? Yeah, this hand was a mulligan. This hand was a mulligan for sure. But my opponent played the worst card in the deck, the Initiative. Oh, they have a Null Rod? Sick. We lost the game. Black Lotus Initiative Null Rod? Alright. I could Necro. Necro's so bad. We're fine? In what world are we fine? How are we winning? You're fine, they say, as your opponent wins the game. I mean, we're making a slow Doomsday pile, right? That's the only way. We can still tinker. Yeah, we can. Should we? We saw how badly that went last time. I guess we'll do it. So I can't get Wastelanded here. I go Ritual Tinker. I hit a land on top. I mean, because the card is Dark Ritual, we can tinker. I wish the card was just a blue card and we could force. That would make my life a lot easier. But yeah. So we can tinker. It might be good. We'll have to find out. I guess tinkering away a mana crypt is also pretty sweet, huh? All right. Kind of a wild sequence, actually. Well, I can never use the pedal for the rest of the game, right? So I guess maybe it's fine. I did not bring in Hercules or anything to play against Null Rod. I don't really feel like you need to have cards to beat Null Rod. I mean, I'm going Citadel here, right? Portal is definitely not good enough. All right. I do think we win the game on a Doomsday, right? So I guess this is fine. Maybe I overreacted. I apologize. I overreacted. I'm just tilted about every other aspect of everything that's going on. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I did it in the wrong. Undo. Oh, chat. I threw the whole game. I can't undo. I needed to put a land on top because Ponder draws a card. I can't undo. I have to shuffle now. I was not ready to stream today, apparently. Oh, it's okay. I drew it. Wait. I shuffled, drew a Doomsday, and there was a Doomsday on top. All right, cast Doomsday. Oh my god. All right, so I go from 13 to 6, and I just go Mox, Oracle. That's my favorite. Okay. I will apologize because I know YouTube comments they're very mean. They'll be mad at me. Yes, we did not lose the game when we got null rotted because we had a dark ritual. We could tinker, and then part of the card is the Citadel. I think I'm on tilt from game 1 where it was so hard to win when I could have just had tendrils if I played Besiege. Okay, it's not really punish. Come on, like the fact that Magic Online's interface is so bad for Ponder that you can't reorganize the cards after you've already selected them. Like that's not my fault. I mean, it is my fault because I fucked up, but like, clearly you can blame the interface. Like if I'm playing in paper, that could never happen. But I'm not. I'm playing on the far superior internets, I guess. I guess it's pretty funny that this deck just got 2 artifacts null rotted and just easily combo killed them anyways, huh? I think that's the coolest part of this deck is the fact that Bolas Citadel and Doomsday kind of just combo super nicely together. As long as I haven't drawn the card in paper, I can reorganize that as many times as I want. Okay, this hand was definitely a mulligan, by the way. This hand was 100% of was a mulligan. We kept this hand for science, and we won anyways, but this hand was bad. If my opponent plays turn 1 Archon, we lose, right? Like, what am I doing against turn 1 Archon? I'm tutoring a Tinker and I'm playing a Portal? What am I doing here? If my opponent plays an Archon, how do we even play the game out? There's just no way. That hand was definitely a mulligan. It was a bad keep. I think I've kept a lot of bad hands today, actually. Okay, on to round 3. We've got extremely powerful Wizard Mogged across the table. Probably on blue-black Lurrus. We got a consult kill. Not bad. How can we make this consult kill better? By pondering into a... We need a land. Pondering into a Moxen. It has to be an exactly on color Moxen. So we hit a land. So I guess we take the blue card in case we want to pitch it to force. And then we fetch away the ritual and draw the land. Sure. I mean, this doesn't ever beat a Flusterstorm, but maybe it's fine. I guess we have a follow-up theoretically of drawing a Mox and playing a Tinker. I guess it can beat Spell Pierce and Fluster. Oh, come on, man! Just let me fetch a basic to play around Wasteland, please, please. I said I was gonna be like less upset this time around, but I. Oh, demonic off of the Mox Jet, A+. Should I just force the demonic? I think I actually should. What's my card underneath? Dark Ritual? This is why Mog's the best. Because demonic can get Saga, I feel like you have to counter the demonic. It could also just like... Oh. Never mind, I guess. They don't have any blue mana up, though. Alright, I guess my best draw is just any Mox. Because it lets me play Tinker. And then if I can draw a land, I can play Oracle. Kill. Oh, I drew a Mox that lets me play the Oracle kill. Based and good, I would say. This was definitely the best case scenario, so. Mental misstep. Kill. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. They won't even know that I'm tinkering. Unless they go on Twitter. In which case, they'll know I'm tinkering. They're looking a little dead here. Looking a little dead, Mogged. That or they're just playing a third event at the same time and they haven't come back to the screen yet. No, they had a force. That is true. They will. I mean, I didn't expect this to resolve, so. Lorien revealed Force of Will. Asa's Oracle. If there's a land... Oh, I should keep this Dark Ritual, right? Oh, man. Yeah, I should keep this Dark Ritual because that way if I get Wastelanded, I can still Tinker, right? I mean, I'm all in if I keep this Dark Ritual. Like, they have to have no more things. Yeah, it's probably correct, though. Well, I can't keep top and then also... I guess I could keep top. Bowmaster. I'm more worried about getting Wastelanded, chat. Yes, I'm so good at this game. Let's go. Chat would have died. I don't die. Suck it, chat. God bless. All right, I just need to not die to the stupid Bowmaster. Beseech the Mirror. So I can't bargain this, right? Oh wait, can I sacrifice a creature? What can I sacrifice with bargain, by the way? Can I sacrifice this Oracle or no? Artifact, enchantment, or token. Okay, cannot cast. Okay, so I just pay this. No, I want the Doomsday. Can I fail? No. So I guess I get a top, right? Even though I'm at 12 life with a Bowmaster in play. Or I just get a Vamp and win. So Vamp puts me to 10. Doomsday puts me to 5. Mox, Oracle. Okay. Does a time walk first matter? I could have sacked my Citadel. Thank you for that, Baba. I appreciate your help here. I can go to 10. I can go to... five. Just trying to feel like if this actually matters. I go to 10, I go to 8, I go to 4. Yeah, I think this is good. Oh. I see. I should be holding priority here. Oh, I'm missing the 3 life. That is true. So I go to 5, and then I go to 2, and then I have to take my time walk turn. Also, I should play around a second Bowmaster. But the time walk turn is fine, right? So it doesn't matter. I go to 5, I go to 2, and then I just play some Moxen and take my time walk turn, and then play an Oracle. Oh god, I'm gonna die to Bowmaster. If I do this, I die to Bowmaster because I played the time walk. No. There's like no other... Is there another way forward here? I could Yogg Will. I go to 8. I go to 5. Man, I'm gonna lose to another Bowmaster because I played badly, huh? No, I'm dead before then, right? Because I go to 8, and then I cast Doomsday, and I go to 5, and I go down to 2. Oh, wait, that still wins, right? Wait, why am I going to 1? I'm casting Vampiric, I'm going to 8. I'm casting Doomsday, I'm going to 5. Casting Doomsday puts me to 2, and then I just play Mox, and I just play Mox and pass the turn and play Doomsday. What am I missing, chat? Why am I going to 1? Who said I'm going to 1? Why am I going to 1? 8, 5, 2. God damn it. This is why I don't stream Doomsday. I thought I was missing something, but I just was incorrectly interpreting chat. Or not, that's not the case. I was listening at all to chat. Which I should never do. I just thought they saw something I didn't see.
Does it matter what order I do this in? No. Oh, this only works because I have a Black Lotus, though, right? My opponent is playing blue-black Lurrus Saga. I don't have to worry about Vigor. They also have like one card in hand, I think, right? Okay, I'm sorry. This is like the big reason I don't stream this kind of deck is because I knew what I wanted to do. I mapped out everything I wanted to do, and then I read something in chat that was like, "Nah, you're wrong. You're going to 1." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "What the hell? I just mapped it all out. How could I possibly be wrong?" And it just turns out I wasn't wrong. But I had to like spend the extra time and mental energy to make sure that I wasn't wrong. I mean, I don't think I was supposed to time walk, right? I think the time walk was throwing me off a little bit. The time walk seems like it was just a stupid idea. Yeah, I could have gotten the Sapphire. That's true. I'm probably supposed to get the Sapphire in case their last card is like something that kills a Lotus for some reason. Or like put an Underground Sea in my pile, or there's like a million different things you could do there to be slightly better that probably never matter, right? All right, so I kind of like Shieldred here. My opponent can't beat a Sphinx, right? Because they're playing blue-black. Maybe a Sphinx. Sorry. I will try again to focus on just my game and ignoring chat. Which is just like not how I like to stream, but again, it's fine. Oh, they probably have a Steel Sabotage. How many dress down does the opponent have? 1 or 2 usually. I definitely want a Shieldred. I like a Shieldred a lot. But I don't really feel like I want anything else. Like, I don't feel like I want negations in this matchup. Mystical is, like, probably asking for too much here. I do like a dress down. And I mean, this matchup doesn't seem very good for me, to be perfectly honest. But maybe we can get there. The reason that Tinker, someone was like, "Oh man, this Tinker card, people should really play it." The reason Tinker was good there is because I was able to present a kill before tinkering, right? I had a demonic kill that made them have to use force, so I was able to tinker anyways. It's quite hard to do that all the time. This hand's a lot weaker, but it's probably a keep in the matchup. All right, playing Magic. Chat doesn't exist. It's the kind of thing though, like if I'm playing PO, like I'm just supremely confident in every choice I make, so I don't have to like worry about a bad chat that says, "Oh, your play doesn't work," you know? Another demonic line. Demonic Lotus. Is this going to be the classic Black Lotus demonic ancestral? I feel like it is, right? What else could you possibly get? Like, you don't have that many good cards in your deck. They Sapphire, so they had an oh, we're gonna get Twistered? Why, what is happening? They got an ancestral but they don't want to cast it on their turn? Is that what's happening? No, Mog does not play Time Vault. They just play Twister. I don't really understand what is going on. I mean, I think they have an ancestral, right? Like you wouldn't tutor Bowmaster, and there's no
sequence here that lets you Time Twister. I guess there is if you held a Mox in your hand and then draw a land, or held a land and a Mox or something like that. I guess they could theoretically have Demonic Sapphire, but I don't know. That doesn't sound right. So I can either hold up Dress Down to play around Twister, or I can Ponder, go look for a actual spell that matters. I feel like Ponder is just the best play. Oh. Can't do that, right? Because both of my both of my things are the Lotuses, and they're not Moxens, so they don't stay around. Wait, I can though, right? If I go 4 mana, play a top, draw with top. No, because drawing with top is a problem. So I guess I just take the Lotus and hold up a bunch of mana though. Yeah, I don't really care that I got Bowmaster pinged. We just need to figure out a way to get this to resolve. I guess I have Demonic for a force if I need to. So next turn, I could theoretically go play a Sensei's top, crack my Lotus, and tinker my top away. Or maybe I just go Beseech for an Oracle and Oracle kill my opponent. But then I can't, like, have a counter spell. I don't know which one of these is the best line. Because I theoretically could Beseech. Oh, wait, no, I can't Beseech for an Oracle in play because I need to play another mana source, right? No, I could. I could go play a Tink. I could. No, I can't. I don't have enough mana for that. So if my opponent has a counter spell, like a Flusterstorm, I can't win if I go for Tinker, which is one of the exact reasons why Tinker isn't good right now. But, like, what are my other actual options here? I guess theoretically I could go Demonic for Doomsday, and then Doomsday off of Lotus and draw with top. That also loses to Fluster. What about Spell Pierce? If I play my land out, I'm beating Spell Pierce. All right, I'm going to go top, and then I'm going to Tinker off my top, I think, is the best play. And if they Mental Mist at my top, I can Tinker off my Petal. Or maybe I'm just supposed to Tinker off my Petal. But this way plays around Spell Pierce. So it's probably better just pass. I think that sounds terrible. Why would I want to just pass? Maybe it's fine. Every life I lose makes my Tinker less lethal. Opens me up to getting wastelanded. Opens them up to drawing more counter spells. But it does give me the chance to possibly be a Flusterstorm on the next turn. That's the upside. It's probably worth it, though. And I get to crack and spin and look for my own Fluster. Is the 3 damage worth it? Is the extra draw worth it? My opponent apologized and said, I'm playing a league, I might play slow. And I'm like, you're up 8 minutes. I think you're good.
So I take 3, I go to 12, I fetch, I go to 11. The problem is your life total matters so much when you're tinkering into Doomsday, right? Like, it's so important because every life point matters when you lose half your life, right? And like having an active top isn't even good because they have a bowmaster. I guess we have a dress down theoretically, so maybe we don't have to worry about it. I just don't know how we can possibly resolve these magic cards. We have to spin and hit a fluster, right? Or a force, I guess, maybe. Uh, hmm. I don't know. There's like so many choices. I'm not equipped to deal with them. All right, we'll go to 12. And then we go to 11. They still just have 1 sapphire, but like, what if they have force fluster? I really need to find some interaction here, right? I didn't find any interaction here. I did find a jet. So we play a jet and we tinker our jet. And then we have tons of other options after. Or should I play a fetch land and tinker off of something else so we can maybe look at new cards? If they have a hard cast, if they have a hard counter, I mean, we can follow up with beseeching for Yogwell and tinkering again, right? So let's draw the jet, play the jet, tinker it, and then move from there. The problem is, what do we do if this resolves? Next question. So we're beating one. Oh, okay, it did resolve. All right, 11 life, and we have a ponder now. Should we just dress down these things? If I lose a bunch of black, like I want to be able to cast this beseech, right? But then if I cast my dress down, I'm just like really worried about like not having enough life. Think I can cast. Yeah, I mean that's certainly an option as well. I mean, my opponent can absolutely still have Flusterstorm though. I'm gonna cast a Ponder to start. Ooh, a Force is a nice one. Okay. There's a lot of really good choices here. I'm just trying to play around the most possible cards, which is not easy to do. What we did in our sequencing is we played around a Flusterstorm. So the opponent can easily still have both a Flusterstorm or a Spell Pierce. It's unlikely they have a Force because I think they would have forced Tinker, right? So they could have Flusterstorm, they could have Spell Pierce still. They could have Mindbreak Trap. Opponent plays 2 Mindbreak Traps on the board. So those are the cards that I'm thinking my opponent probably has. Force. Okay, I will draw the Force. I'm at 9. I'm at 9. And then I think we fetch and see if we can find another more Moxen. Beseech for, if I can resolve a Beseech for a Shieldred, it's pretty good. I just don't know if we can resolve a Beseech is my problem here. Because I just think it's going to get countered. I guess we can't pass the turn though, right? Like this Orc army is too big. So there's no way we can pass the turn. So what we need to do is set up multiple kills, right? So we want the card on top to do something that kills our opponent and the Beseech to also kill our opponent. Like, if we draw an Oracle on top, we can go for Oracle Console. Though I guess that dies to Ancestral. We have Ancestral covered. I'm like really weary about a Doomsday at this point. I'm not 100% sure the Doomsday lines are winning just because of how low our life total is. We're going to be at 8, so Doomsday goes down to 5, goes down to 2. And then you have to like find some way to have enough mana to draw and cast an Oracle with a Bowmaster in play. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to resolve a Dress Down, but then I found a Force. So I think I play this fetch and I fetch and look for more cards. I can always spin my top as well. Shieldred is only net even, right? Because I gain 2 from a draw, but it cost me 1 to play the top and get Bowmastered. So would I be able to win from a situation where I have a Shieldred in play? Like, do I actually have the cards I need to win from there? Probably. Oh, I found an Oracle. Okay, that's like, I think one of the best things because it lets me just go Oracle Console. I think that's one of my best possible cards to be on top of my library after fetching here. Because now they have to counter this Demonic Consultation. Okay, so they had Mental Misstep. So if I force this Mental Misstep, then I can get flustered still, but that's okay. Because this is still a winning proposition. And I have a fallback plan of Beseech. I feel like we got a little lucky here. Though they could still have Flusterstorm. In fact, I feel like maybe they have Spell Pierce. Could have Mindbreak Trap still. Because Mental Misstep is definitely just the best counter to use. We could not have played our Sapphire. That is a lie. I'm too dumb for this deck. This deck is like an absolute. You have to try so hard. Why do we have to try so hard? So the question now becomes, does my opponent have a series of counter spells that they're trying to determine which one to use, or are they just playing their league match? This is where I get the YouTube comment, you need to hire an editor. A classic. All right, so if this gets countered, what is our play? Let's think ahead here. We play our Sapphire and see what's on the top of our library. We have Beseech for Yogwill. We have Beseech for Doomsday. We have Beseech for Shieldred. All of those have reasonable, these are all reasonable things, right? I'm not sure which of these is the best. So if we were to Beseech for Shieldred, it draws our whole deck, right? And then we don't have a land drop. We have a Sapphire. We don't have double blue, right? I guess we could theoretically
use the Sapphire and the Lotus to get a Shieldred, draw our whole deck, and then go Dark Ritual, Yogg-Will, bring back Lotus, and kill. Okay, so that's a lethal line. So they do have the Flusterstorm. Yeah. Okay, so we have a lethal line here with Shieldred. So I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Oh, they can Bowmaster the Shieldred. Oh god. Why did I think they can't do that? So they Bowmaster the Shieldred 4 times, then we're out. But then we gain a bunch of life. Shit. God damn it. Okay, what does this do? 1 on the bottom? So I'm probably keeping the Sapphire on top. This is 1,000,000. I can't pay for this. All right, well, what's our next line? No Saga in this deck. Trying to cast my spells. All right, well, definitely want to keep Sapphire on top. This at least blocks an Orc army so I don't die on a swing back, though, which is kind of nice. I guess if they start pinging my Oracle, that's not true. All right, cast. I should have held priority. All right, I have a Dark Ritual. Okay, so if I cast Dark Ritual, I have a console in my yard. Do I have a lethal Yogg-Will? I don't have my dress down anymore. wait, do I have a lethal do I have a lethal Doomsday? If I just cast Doomsday right now, I go to 2. And then I'm at 2, which is the worst number because I can't cast any spells off the top of my library. No, I can draw though. So if I go for a Doomsday right now. No. So if I cast the Dark Ritual, I go to 4. I beseech off of my Sapphire, and I go to 4, and then I beseech into a Doomsday. I Doomsday down to 2. I put Mox, and then I have an Oracle, which I draw with my top, putting me to 1, and then I kill them with Oracle. Okay. I found it. Okay. So, beseech with bargain on my Sapphire. Get a Doomsday. Cast my Doomsday. Mox. Oracle. Play. Draw. I'll probably put it second to last. Draw with top, go to 1, cast Oracle with my Black Lotus. I don't think they have another counterspell. Oh, I feel like all of my kill lines are just Doomsday with a Citadel out, play a bunch of Moxen. Console is in the yard. There's an Oracle in your deck. Yogg-Will for mana, beseech for Oracle, console in response. Yeah, that also works. That also works. Yeah, I think at that point there's nothing left to play around because they wouldn't have had a Mindbreak Trap and they wouldn't have had a force. So I think at that point it's fine. Like they can't play Fluster or Miss Up. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you can play around things, you probably should play around things. Let me look at this other line that chat suggested. There's a console in the yard. There's an Oracle in your deck. Yogg-Will, mana, beseech, console in response. So I had 4 mana. I Yogg-Will. I have another Oracle. Yeah, I mean, that line is probably better because it doesn't kill us as much. I don't know if, like, does it matter? Probably doesn't matter. Does that line actually play around anything? Like, I don't know if any of these lines present a way that protects our kill. Because if my opponent has a counter spell of some kind, like if they have a way to kill me, right? Or a way to stop me, it has to be a counter spell, right? So if it's a counter spell, then they're just going to counter the spell I get off Beseech no matter what it is. Um... Um... I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit more. All right, on to round 4 now. We're doing okay. I'm losing my mind. The deck is a little hard for me, but we're doing okay. This hand is a turn 2 win, right? So this hand goes end of turn mystical for Doomsday, and then Dark Ritual, Doomsday, Gush, win. And I have the ability to look at their hand and see what they're playing first. So that's probably a keep in my book. Is there a sequence here that makes things better? I feel like the answer is we just look at their hand first, because looking at their hand for free, not exactly fair. Oh my lord. So my opponent has Ancestral. My opponent is on Bug, and they have of course opened with the double Moxen. Force of Will with Ancestral backup. I see. How do we win this game? And they have a probe too if they want. I don't think they'll probe unless they draw a blue card though. This is the most bug hand of all time. Ooh, yo, welcome Raiders. Hope you had a good time with Ginger. Hope Ginger had a good stream. We're currently like 3-1 or 2-1 in the Vintage Challenge, playing a Tinker Doomsday hybrid deck. We just opened up game round 4 versus Bug, and we probed our opponent, and we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 restricted cards plus Force of Will and Deathrite Shaman. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell we win the game. I have no idea. I legitimately just don't know how. What do we do to win this game? How do we win this game? How do we win this game? I mean, at this point, I can't mystical for Doomsday, right? So I have to just mystical for Ancestral. If they don't probe me, it means they didn't draw a blue card for turn. They just jammed the Ancestral on their turn. Like, don't you still play around Flusterstorm? What? Come on. Like, that's not... There's no way this is the correct play. You have double Moxen. Mox past the turn. Ancestral on my turn playing around Negation and Flusterstorm and Spell Pierce. But it doesn't matter because they have their own Force of Will. I mean, I feel like I need to get the Force out of their hand, right? So I just, like, force this, they force back, and then I end of turn Mystical for an Ancestral and hope it resolves. I feel like that's the way we... I lose out on my Gush piles. I don't know how we win if we don't do this, though, so... I just really dislike this play. I just want them to cast this on my upkeep with 2 Moxen in play. I guess they're never going to have 2 Moxen in play because they're going to always cast Deathrite on turn 1. So I guess that changes things. But wouldn't you still want to cast in my upkeep to tap me out of mana and to play around Negation? Okay, it's okay. We'll recontinue here. So the opponent has 6 cards and we only know about 1 of them. That can't be right, right? Is that how it is? Okay, yeah, we knew about 2 of them. All right, so now they have 4 cards and we don't know any of them. And they are not holding up in a blue spell. All right, I mean, there's a chance that this Mystical for Ancestral just works, right? Do I want to play around Wasteland? Not really, right? I have so many more other lands. At least they didn't. What? At least they didn't save the mental misstep and mental misstep my ancestral here. That would have made me more unhappy. So, all right. So my best draw is Necro or Doomsday. Ponder, not bad. Oh, I should play around days. I should have played around days. Sorry. I'm not keeping any of these. I could keep the consult, I guess. Yeah. Let's keep the console and then fetch away the other ones, and then we'll go like consult for Doomsday, and then just try to win off the top of our library, and just hope they have nothing left. It depends on what they play, actually, but ponder of their own. All right, I'm out of that. Let's put the water over here. Okay, I'm calm. I am thinking. I am rational gaming. Ooh. I don't think that matters too much. Black mana? Paying costs? Green mana paying? Oh, don't say another Death Ray Shaman. Okay. All right, so hopefully they attack and they're not holding open Flusterstorm. They did not attack. I guess they're holding open Jet. I think I like the idea of just jamming here, right? So if I jam here and I get a Doomsday without exiling both Oracles, and then the top card of my library is a cantrip, that's a winning line in most cases, unless the cantrip is Sensei's top, in which case it's not a winning line because there's no gush. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I just don't feel like this game is getting much better. All right, so I exiled my Ancestral Recall. I also exiled one of my Oracles. So I doubt I have a winning line on this next turn here. Sapphire is a garbage draw. So the question becomes... do I fetch before Doomsdaying on my pass the turn pile, or do I wait and put another C in my pile? I think I put a C in my pile, and I hold my Sapphire. All right. How do I make this pile in a way that wins the majority of matches? Underground Sea, Time Walk. I don't fetch immediately. I draw Time Walk, and then I fetch C. That is going to go and get rid of 2 cards. I'll have 3 cards left. Maybe this idea sucked. But I don't have an Ancestral, so... Also, how much life am I going to? Am I just going to die? I feel like I had to do this. So as long as my other 2 cards are cantrips, I draw Time Walk. I fetch C, 3 cards in my deck. I'll have, if I don't get Wastelanded, I'll have 3 blue sources, so I can just put 2 Ponders. All right, I'm gonna try that. That's what came to my mind, so I'm gonna do it. Is it better to play a Probe than a Ponder? I guess it's always better to play a Probe than a Ponder. Unless I yet. Unless I get death righted, right? All right, whatever. I'm doing this. We'll find out why it was bad after. Done. I think I had to build my pile like this because I don't have an Ancestral or a Gush, right? So I'm going to shuffle no matter what, right? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe this could have been better ordered, actually. I go to 5. Oh, I guess if they have another fetch land, they put me to 1 and I can't fetch and I die. But I always die in that case, right? Because I don't have an Ancestral in my deck and I don't have a... I don't have a Gush in my deck, right? So, like, what else could I have done? Could I have done something else? We're also dead to Collector Roof. Can't beat that. I'm not sure there was a better pile. Land Oko. That's a funny one too. We were very thin on things that won the game in my mind, so I think we put together something that can win the game if my opponent simply does nothing, right? Ah, they have a Wasteland. So this pile could still... This is a 1 in 3 now. I think I'm a 1 in 3 to win the game now. If I had fetched before Doomsday, I just like can't dig deep enough into my pile, right? If I fetch before Doomsday, I have no way to dig into my pile. I think they have another interaction spell too. They have Hardcast Force as their interactive spell. All right, so I'm dead anyways. Okay, I kind of like what I did though. This is a 1 in 3 to win through a Wasteland as well, if they had no interaction. Oh. Sure. You also have Beseiju. Your 1 Beseiju in hand. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my turn and see if I would have won. I could have played a Black Lotus somehow. I don't think so, right? I would not have won. So the other line was some kind of Tinker line, right? But I feel like we would have died to Wasteland with that line, right? I think our line was actually pretty good. Maybe there could have been improvements, but I think I was pretty happy. So they have a Beseiju. Do we still bring in Sphinx? Do we care about Oof? Do we want to bring in Portal, Sphinx, Shieldred? I really don't know. I feel like we could trim on some of my artifact game plan here if we wanted to. I feel like Beseech is not that good here. I feel like I want to cut a top. I'm not really sure. I probably wouldn't do that anymore. I was thinking about it at one point in life, but they just keep buffing Doomsday. They unrestricted ponder, so I don't really want to give Doomsday any more tools. Doomsday is a little too good as it is. I feel like cutting the dig through time has made this merchant scroll just so bad. It just like doesn't fit in the deck anymore. I'm gonna try something like this. Maybe this is like too many Tinker targets, though. I don't know. Ponder needs to be restricted again. I don't think that's true. I don't really feel like Ponder changed very much at all. I don't really feel like the Doomsday win rate is spiking because it has Ponders. I think Doomsday was just good before Ponder. Like, sure, that makes the deck slightly better, right? But I don't think it makes it enough better that it matters. I have, of course, drawn my Sphinx of the Steel Wind in my opening hand. I'm going to keep this hand, though. I feel like this hand is pretty good. Hopefully our opponent has a little less power in their opening hand this time, and we'll be in a good spot. I'm interested here in land, Pearl, Sensei, Go. And that's just going to give us just the most options without getting wastelanded. And then we have choices, which is nice. Choices are good. I should not have F6 there in case my opponent tried to Vigor my Sensei's Top and Pearl for some reason. Yo, what is Bug? Why does Bug get to start with one of their 4 Moxen in every game? I'm not crazy, right? This is a recurring theme. Like, why does it happen every time? I want to be a Bug gamer. Also known as get a Mox every game. Are they just going to turn off my Pearl? They should. Nice. Wait, so they played Black Lotus, card that does nothing, pass? Sick. All right, I hope they die. Oh, in the game, of course. Of course, in the game. Don't misinterpret that one. All right, what do we got? What do we have here? We have Fetch Land, Jet, 6 mana, 7 mana. So we're short on a Sphinx. Jet, Demonic. I mean, they're just gonna have Force of Will, right? Do I have Jet, Demonic, Tinker? I feel like I do, right? Jet, Demonic. Sorry, Ritual, Jet, Demonic, Tinker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna hope they have no interaction, and we're gonna jam a Tinker for a Citadel with a top in play, right? Or is that worse than going Jet, Ritual, Demonic, Doomsday with a Sensei's Top in play? I think that's actually worse, right? Because Sensei's Top means I need to have another mana. I actually don't think so. What do you want me to go? You want me to go Demonic Ancestral? Why? Why not try to win the game, and if they have nothing, they can lose? Like, am I winning a game, a drawn-out game with an Oko in play? Well, the Doomsday line doesn't do anything, so the Doomsday line is shit, right? If I go Demonic Doomsday, I can't even crack into a pile with top, so it's shit. Yeah, but my cards don't do anything. Like oh, they forced me. I have 3 cards in hand with a top and a Mox, but the cards don't do anything. I have a Sphinx of the Steel Wind, a Mental Misstep, and a Dark Ritual. Like, that's worse than that's almost the same thing as having no cards in hand. Like, we beat Mental Misstep. But, like, Nami's line is not unreasonable. I'm not saying that Nami's line is unreasonable. Nami's line is take a fetch land and go fetch blue, Underground Sea, Demonic, Ancestral, cast Ancestral. Which I think is fine. We can't hard cast Sphinx. I already did the math. We can only get up to 7 mana. How are you making this play log? Explain your reasoning. I have 3 mana. Dark Ritual puts me to 5 mana. Demonic for Doomsday puts me to 0 mana. I have a top in play and 0 mana. How do I win the game? I mean, my opponent should have elked my Pearl. We get to play this game because they didn't elk my Pearl. We don't actually have a Mox in play for... I mean, I guess they're probably standing up the food token if they didn't elk my Pearl last turn, right? But, like, our hand is super weak to, like, anything they play. We're, like, dead to Collector Roof. We're dead to... I'm gonna Tinker. My gut instinct tells me Tinker here. I also get to keep my land. Yeah, I'm gonna Tinker here. Is there a Gush line? I don't even have two... Oh, I guess I could get a land. Oh, so there was a Doomsday line. I was like not adding up that I had two lands to Gush. So yeah, there is a Gush pile that Sensei's Top breaks into that involves like Black Lotus and something else. I was not adjusting. So I'm taking Jet because my Tinker line doesn't want to play a land. And I want to be able to sacrifice my Pearl. But yes, if we were to do a Doomsday line, I could have taken a land and done a Doomsday line. Which doesn't die to Vigor, so it might be better. Whatever. We're in. I was just thinking about my other line, which made it a little awkward for the whole thing that was happening here. I just used the wrong mana. This line can still top into a force for what it's worth as well. Which I will go for. They had a negation and a force of will. Did not hit. All right. Yeah, so there are three lines there. There's take a land, demonic ancestral. There's take a land, demonic, doomsday, gush pile with top, which I forget how it actually works, but it should work. You put gush on top, and then you draw into gush with top, and then you gush into top and lotus, and then you play top and you draw into ancestral. It's something like that. You do need to learn the top piles. So I get rid of my top so I can vamp for an ancestral here? Probably. I mean, they should be elking all of my Moxen. They should definitely be doing that. Oh, is it a win? That sure as hell looks like a win to me. Oh no, the Tinker got exiled. I probably still have a Doomsday kill. Man, Yogwill is so much fun. What a great Magic card. If my opponent just elked boxes in this game, they would have very easily won. So I Dark Ritual off of my Lotus, and then I Demonic for a Doom. Oh, this is the same thing again where I can't break into my Doomsday pile, right? So I need to... I keep doing these Yogwill lines and then want to break into my Doomsday pile with them. I can't break a Doomsday pile with an Ancestral from my yard in a Yogwill. I can't do that. So I need to instead draw cards now, which is what we did last time as well. Makes black mana, makes blue mana. I feel like we make blue mana with Lotus, and then we blink black mana with our Sea and Dark Ritual. Okay, I drew a brainstorm, so now... Oh, no, I can't make enough black mana now, right? Because I have to freaking demonic for it, so I screwed up. I should have kept my 1 blue mana and made all black mana. All right, well, I have to brainstorm now and then shuffle with it. That's fine. Okay, found the Doomsday, so that solves that problem. Or does it? Now I have no way to break in. Oh, I have a dress down that breaks into my pile. Yeah. Do I have a gush still? Yeah. Well, but I don't have a lotus. There's probably still a win there. There's probably still. What if I just play a Citadel? 13 life, no land drop. Oh, I can put the Doomsday back on top and play a Citadel. That might be best, actually. So I put the Doomsday on top of my library, and then Dark Ritual, Citadel. Oh, but I don't have a Lotus. But I have a Time Walk, so it should be fine. Okay, so now I simply... Oh, I have a Citadel. So I'm at 10, I'm at 5. I can just do the Mox pile. Well, the Mox pile loses to Vigor, right? I should probably try to play around Vigor. So I should just put a Force on top, and then I can't dress down into a Force. So I should put... Does it matter? Like trying to play around Vigor if possible, but I guess they could easily still have Vigor, right? I mean, they're F6, but they could like maybe they play around it. Oh, I can't dress down. I'm at 5. If I go Sapphire, got Sapphire, dress down, Time Walk, Oracle, or something. No, that doesn't actually do it. Yeah, no, because then I get... What if I just do Time Walk first? I don't know. There's a way to play around this, and I just don't know what it is. I don't think that's the best pile. I think there might have been a better pile, but I think that was the best I could come up with in the time constraints, so. That's fine. No, we lost game 1, remember? They had Mox, Force, Ancestral Probe. Alright, I just have to play fast, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Maybe the Shieldred's terrible because they have Okos in their deck. Whatever. I'm keeping it. I wanted to play around Vigor there, but because there was definitely a chance they still had Vigor. There was no real good opportunity for them to Vigor in that whole sequence, right? I feel like there wasn't. Like, obviously they could have Vigored in response to Doomsday, but like if they were already F6'd, right? Oh, this is the exact kind of hand I want if I had actual fast mana though. I can't keep this hand. It has all the good cards though. I just can't keep this hand. It's actually not a 4-minute hand. I have to play really fast. I am not playing fast enough. This deck is very hard. Okay. They kept another 7. All right, how many mocks in this time? No, there is. They were F6. Oh, they have probe. Ah. Another freaking Lotus hand. I go get... Ah. Bug is so broken. If they're F6, they have... If they're F6, like they would miss the response window for Vigor. Their first hand had 2 Moxen, their second hand had Lotus, and this hand had Lotus Moxen. Sure hope this works. I mean, they know my whole hand, so. The good news is I have a backup plan if they counter this without a negation. Like, next turn I can go Dark Ritual Yagwell. How many cards am I drawing off this? Like 6, 7 maybe? This is... Necropotence is not a good card if I need to win in 3 minutes and 33 seconds, though. I must say. Bug can run 1 days usually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably 7. F6. Oh, those are really good. Oh, I needed 1 more blue card. Close. Man, that's unfortunate. Maybe I should have dug a little deeper. I mean, this looks pretty damn winning. Can demonic for a blue... Actually... I think I just wait 1 more turn, right? I mean, I'll just demonic for ancestral. Or do I want to do something better than that? I don't think I want to do something better than that. Because I have a Ritual Yagwell do it again, so. Mind Break Trap. That's the worst possible outcome for me. All right, I'm just going to draw some more cards and go again on the next turn here. 4 cards. I might actually have a win there, but I don't have any way to draw. I go to 5. I think this is fine. I'm just trying to play really fast because I do need to win fast. They have 1 card left in hand. I should win this game, I would think. Also, they have a dark... I guess they get to eat my Demonic Tutor, so my Yagwell's kind of shit. I didn't draw a blue card. I drew a blue card. I didn't draw a kill, so I'm dead. Ah. Okay. Well, that's certainly a problem. How could I have played around this? I go to 3. Should I draw 1 card or 2 cards? Just 2 cards. Or one card. I need to draw one card, and it has to be a kill. I can hard cast a force, maybe. Maybe I can draw two. I can't kill them with Doomsday if I do two, but oh, they just upkeep kill me. Okay, yeah, I'm just dead. Could I have won this game? I don't know. I wasn't gonna win the game. I might have been able to win this game. I have to look back here. I think I had this game and I just played too fast. So let's take a peek. I think I didn't draw enough cards on my first turn, right? The problem was this was a negation and then a trap. So I wasn't able to get my ancestral back. I guess I would never have unless I had gone immediately. So how many cards did I draw here? I drew 7. I guess I should have drawn 10. I needed to draw a blue card and I win this game, right? I guess I could have waited one more turn. I mean, I don't know what cards I'm drawing. I drew up to how many? I drew up to 9 and 11 life with an active death right and 2 cards. My opponent's last card was Mindbreak Trap. I mean, I could have played Demonic before playing Lotus. And then I would have gotten my Ancestral trapped. I guess that doesn't change anything. No, I did get my Ancestral trap. They didn't trap my Demonic, right? They trapped my Ancestral. Why they should trap my Demonic, right? Maybe not. From here... Oh, should I have Dark Ritual first? And then I would have been able to have Hardcast Force of Will? Is that what the problem was? Might have been. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. I didn't see that. I mean, I was trying to play around Fluster a little bit. If I Dark Ritual first here, and then I DT for Ancestral... I mean, I'm always DTing for Ancestral, right? Because it is the best card with Yogwill. I guess they have an active Deathrite Shaman, so like no card is actually good, and Yogwill's actually dead. That's the thing I didn't recognize. Like, I have to Demonic for Doomsday here. That's what I should have done. I should have Demonic for Doomsday, and then pass the turn drawing a bunch of cards. How many cards can I really realistically draw here? Demonic for Doomsday gives me a Doomsday. I need to draw a cantrip, right? And a blue card. So realistically, I'm at 11. I'm at 9. Let's say I'm at 7. I can draw 3 cards to 4 to 2 to 1. So realistically, I Demonic for Doomsday. Demonic for Doomsday. Draw 4 cards going to 7. Get eaten down to 5. Get eaten down to 3. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Because they can just hold their activation. How do I win this game? This Death Right's like super annoying, huh? Because it's stopping Yogwell and it's like eating away at my life total. I don't feel like this was a bad draw off of my Yogwell off my Necro either, right? This was a pretty good set of draws. I drew 7 cards and it included Black Lotus, Demonic, Force. What did I pitch? I pitched like an extra land and a Vamp. I guess I could have kept my Vamp and tried to Vamp on the next turn for another card. It doesn't sound right, though. Trying to, like, gut instinct it. Obviously, I was playing this fast, but I feel like the plays we made some amount of sense. My opponent had what? Force, blue card, and Mindbreak Trap. Go for a consult kill in 2 turns. I mean, every turn I wait is pretty bad, right? Well, if I go Ritual Will right now, my opponent just eats the Dark Ritual. On my next turn, my opponent would just eat the Dark Ritual, right? Maybe that's good enough. Oh, I guess I have 2 Dark Rituals. I mean, I get Mindbreak trapped, right? So, I mean, it really depends on where my opponent interacts. I still get Mindbreak trapped in this line. Actually, this line, it depends on where they Mindbreak trap me, I guess. If they Mindbreak trap me on my Yogg-Will, I end up with... How much mana? Land, Ritual... How much mana do I have after I get Mindbreak trapped? I feel like I don't have enough mana to, like, play the game. DT for a 1-piece, and then draw into a force, and then what? How am I getting the second piece? How are we doing that? How are we doing that kill? I don't know. Like, we can't actually... The biggest problem is I can't actually reuse my spells, which is something I misjudged in the middle of the game with Yogg-Will and Deathrite Shaman. I mean, I think the problem is this first Necropotence was too short. In the heat of the moment, I thought drawing 7 with 2 cards in hand was fine. But maybe I just needed to draw more. I mean, this wasn't a bad hand. Like, I didn't end up with a bad hand after this. I got rid of 2 dead cards. I mean, it could be better, right? I guess I I really did misevaluate how good Yawgmoth's Will was on this board. That was a big problem of what happened in this game, is I just thought this Yawgmoth's Will was a lot better than it was. I'm at 11. Maybe I should just go to, like, 8. Draw 3 more cards. Put me to 8. I mean, my opponent has 2 cards in hand after forcing. I feel like we just need 1 counterspell, really. I mean, the other problem is, like, my opponent's 1 counterspell can just be a Flusterstorm, right? I mean, I did find a Demonic, but I didn't find a way to break into a Doomsday pile off of my Demonic, and I also didn't find a Force of Will for a blue card for Force of Will, right? So while these 7 cards were good, I don't think they were good enough. This is, like, all because my opponent has a Deathrite Shaman. If they don't have a Deathrite Shaman, obviously, then this is fine. What did they use their Black Lotus on? Hardcast Negation? Oh, no, I forced something? What happened in this game? Oh, they just Hardcast Negation. Yeah, they knew my whole hand. This was fine. The cool part here is if they had a not a negation, I could actually go for the Dark Ritual, go for the Necro again on the next turn if I needed to. I guess I didn't really have enough time to do that. I mean, like, I didn't think all the way through all of it because I obviously put myself in a time trouble because I couldn't figure out the other lines. All right, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't play enough with Necro to know if Necroing for 7 there is the best play. Let's talk about that. How much do you Necro for there? Like, not knowing what you're drawing, obviously. Because we do need to draw a way to win the game, and probably a force blue card. So theoretically, drawing up to 9 is like probably not enough cards to find a way to win the game and a counterspell backup. The way we can win the game actually is very different, because we could have gone Tinker. What if we had gone Tinker? Tinker Sphinx? On this turn, I have Demonic Tinker, but I don't have any backup, so I will go... I could go Dark Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 3. Oh, I think that's it. I think that line wins. No, it doesn't win because they had Mindbreak Trap and they exile my Tinker. Because this line is actually kind of good, right? If we go Sea, Lotus, Emerald, Dark Ritual is 8 mana, Demonic is 6 mana, Tinker is 3 mana. If Tinker gets countered, Yogg will Lotus, Tinker again, and get a Sphinx, right? So this line actually beats some things. Except it doesn't beat, I guess it doesn't beat Deathrite Shaman, still. So it doesn't actually matter. Because they just eat the... I mean, if they eat the Tinker, then I can at least Demonic. But I can't Demonic for anything, right? Well, I could probably Demonic for Ancestral, right? Let's think about this one more time. So I have Sea, Lotus, Emerald. I Dark Ritual off a Sea for triple black. I Demonic off an Emerald for double black. I make 2 blue mana and 3 black mana. Sorry, 2 blue mana and 3 black mana. We've already said they won't counter Demonic Tutor, so they Mindbreak Trap my Tinker. Oh, but if they Mindbreak Trap my Tinker, then they just eat my Demonic, and then the Yogg doesn't do anything. So the whole problem with all of these sequences is they have 2 forms of interaction. They have a Mindbreak Trap and a Deathrite Shaman, and the Deathrite Shaman and the Mindbreak Trap work together to both be good against Yogg. Wow. I do think that line is pretty good too. If we think they don't have interaction. What are you talking about? Flashback all the rituals before playing Tinker. What does that do? You like we're trying to bait a Deathrite activation is what you're saying? You're saying we go Sea, Emerald, Lotus, Demonic, Ritual, Ritual Demonic, and then we cast Yogg and bait some form of interaction. They eat the Demonic Tutor. We get a bunch of dark. It doesn't do anything, right? I don't think it does anything. Oh, can we cast the Force from our yard? Oh, yeah, maybe. Sea Mox, Ritual Will, Ritual Lotus, Tutor. You can't tutor after. That's not how Yogg works. Yogg does not work that way. The card has to already be in the yard for us to Yogg it back, which is why the Deathrite's a huge problem for Yogg. But we might be able to force pitching Force, right? So if we were to go Sea, Emerald, Lotus, Ritual, Yogg nope, don't cast Demonic. That would have done it. Yeah, I mean, I drew 7 up to 9. Like, the problem is, if my opponent has nothing in play, then I definitely think I would draw 10. I usually draw 10 if my opponent has nothing. But I was, like, a little concerned because there was a Deathrite in play, and I thought the cards in my hand were already kind of okay. Like, the Dark Ritual was part of the way to a Doomsday kill kind of thing. Force Will does not have to be cast from hand. The blue card has to be pitched from hand. So I think this is the way. Sea, I guess I don't even have to play C because there's a strand in the yard, right? So Emerald, Lotus, Ritual, Crack Lotus, Yogwill, Dark Ritual, Strand, Fetch. Now I have a Force, and then I can go Demonic Tinker. That's the line. And because if my opponent Mind Break traps my Yogwill, I should still have enough mana, right? Because I go Dark Ritual, 7 mana, Yogwill down to 4 mana, and then so I can Tinker a Sphinx. Okay, yeah. So that was the line we missed. We found it with the hand that we drew. I still think we should have drawn more cards with Necro, probably. I think we probably should have drawn 2 more cards with Necro at least. So I think 2 cards with Necro, and then from here, I need to get my Force of Will. I did not think of this at all, obviously. But using my Yogwill to turn on my Force of Will. So so there is a problem with that line. And the problem with that line is Flusterstorm. But I think Flusterstorm's a problem for every line. I'm not sure if there's a line where Flusterstorm isn't really a problem. Like, Flusterstorm's probably a problem for every single line. I mean, there's also a world where we just play it out in paths, right? Which is what we did. We played all our mana out. Oh, we went for an Ancestral, which got Mind Break trapped. And then we had 8 life. We had 9 life. We had 11 life. And how many cards did I draw off this? I drew 4 cards up to 7 because I was worried about my life total going down to 5 and then down to 3. I mean, I probably can't win at this point, though. Like, I don't know what series of cards actually wins from here, right? Because the Doomsday is lethal at 5 life already. It would have to be a Tinker. A Tinker for a Sphinx is not killing me here. So if I did find a Tinker, that would have worked. Yeah. I mean, so there was a way. I don't know if that way is like actually findable or good. It like the problem is we know my opponent has a Mind Break trap. I can't play like I know my opponent has a Mind Break trap, right? That's the problem. So something to think about. I need to use restroom and then we'll head to the next round. All right, now we're 2-2. Honestly pretty good so far. Some ups, some downs, and some good learning. Bug Gamer's too strong. All right, my opponent is revealing a Lurrus. My hand is okay. Have some options here. It's nice to be able to play with Yogwill again, though. Yogwill is such a sick card. Very fun, very interesting. Makes for lots of cool magic. My opponent has 3 Lorien revealed, 2 negations, 2 Moxen, and a Brainstorm. And one of their Moxen is a Sapphire. Let's see. So would they go Sapphire, Brainstorm, Ruby? Yeah, they probably would. I think my opponent's probably going to go Sapphire, Brainstorm, which I would like to Flusterstorm, which is why I led Island and not Sensei Stop. I think this is probably the highest value Flusterstorm. Like, it's my opponent doesn't have anything going on. They need this Brainstorm to turn cards into real things. I mean, I don't have anything going on either, which is a big part of the problem here. But like, I think this Brainstorm is just too high value. It's like so strong. Not 100% sure if I'm supposed to play off a basic or a non-basic there, because I can get wastelanded. But this opens up for more things I can do. It's going to be hard to get a combo through, though, because my opponent's going to have counter spells. They'll probably just buy a Lurrus, I assume. Interesting. It's like a little greedy, right? Because they could hold up double hardcast, or hardcast plus spin, but what I need to find... Oh, I guess because they're both negations, they're better against Yogwill. That's so frustrating, huh? That's crazy how... It's really frustrating how good that is. Negation has some serious upsides here. This is a huge problem, too. Like, I love a mystical tutor to help us out, but I guess I can cast on their turn, maybe. When they cast Lurrus, I mystical for an ancestral and ancestral on their turn, and then I'll have it for my Yogwill. Seems like a little crazy. I guess I also have a force back up here. Okay, let's go to their turn, I guess. This might be a bad play. I mean, maybe they might just not even play Lurrus. I did just play Lurrus. I feel like my opponent is playing a little greedy here. I guess this like line is not actually that strong from me, so. I don't think I'm forcing this Lurrus, so I don't. They just drew a force of will? Okay. And they pitched a negation. They are not wastelanding me. Do I know my card underneath? It's a dress down, right? So I can play a top and go Dark Ritual Yogwill. Even if they drew another blue, they drew another negation. Okay. Oh, I misordered it? Oh, all right. Well, then things are bad. I misordered it? Oh, Mystical Tutor shuffled. Didn't I have a top in play? Oh, I drew with top. Did I have a leftover mana after all of that? Could I have spun again? All right, well, if I didn't know what was on the top of my library, this is the same play that I would have made, right? So I would have just tried to, I could have spun first. No, I can't spun first because then I can't cast Ancestral. Okay, I mean, I think this is probably the play I would have made if I had known. So the two cards that they drew were a third negation and a force of will. Okay. This game is not over. Obviously, I didn't make that play thinking that was what was going to happen. They drew a bauble. All right, well, my opponent is extremely good at Magic. That is unfortunate. That's like the single best draw in their entire deck from here. I mean, I guess Ancestral into Bauble was better, but yeah. I'm not even sure like we're winning if we resolved the Yogwill Ancestral anyways, but this certainly went the worst it possibly could have gone. Don't think it's possible this could have gone worse. They had 3 negations. Hey, there's that dress down that I thought was on top of my library. How do we go? I mean, we can't really win this game from here, but I think this is just lost. Like if they hadn't drawn Bobble and they had drawn like, I mean, I don't even know what you draw from there. That's bad. Moxen or land or whatever. What? Wait, I kind of think this is actually good for us, isn't it? We take 7 and we take 10 and we go to 4 and we get a fresh grip. I'm gonna try letting this happen. I can counter this, but think it's better for me to... Oh, okay. Well, I can't say that that worked out for us. This was such a massacre. This game was... I felt like there were points where this game could have been close, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. I was hoping that we would like go into like one land, consult oracle force or something. Like I think there were opportunities for us to win this game off this twister, which is why I let it happen. Doomsday. I'm at 2 life with a force. I need to find a dark ritual. It doesn't even do it. All right, well, let's just spin. Oh, Hull Breacher is almost always better than Bowmaster, but Bowmaster fits in Lurrus deck, so. All right, so technically I can cast Doomsday here, but I can't break into my pile and I die, so. Also, unfortunately, my opponent got to see my Doomsday there with their bobble check, so. That was awful. I thought we were in a good spot. I still think I like the Flusterstorm on the Brainstorm. They just happened to like brainstorm. They just happened to draw the cards that they probably wanted to brainstorm into, right? Yeah, I guess we could have fetched and spun again and then hit Ancestral. Yeah, I guess we could have fetched and spun again. Oh, Bowmaster. Yeah, maybe we couldn't have fetched and spun again. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest with you. So, all right, we played against this match already, right? We played against Mogged. What did we bring in? We brought in Shieldred, and I don't really remember. Was that round 3? I boarded in Shieldred and I took out Mystical Tutor. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Oh, yeah. All right. I mean, okay. This is wait 1 turn and then figure out what you want to do after, because I can have the Flusterstorm up. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually just Demonic turn 1 here. Like if this gets countered, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, it's probably better. Just Demonic or Ancestral. I guess that plays into Bowmaster a little, but they're just gonna jam a Bowmaster now. Oh, I should have held up Flusterstorm. Silly me. I. Silly me. The one spell I would Flusterstorm on turn 1. Mental misstep. Double force. Down to 3 cards. I don't think gushing is good here. Oh, maybe gushing. Yeah, gushing looks so bad there. I don't think I'm supposed to gush. I guess I could have gushed into vamped into gush, and then hit what? Nothing. Probably should have stopped and considered that one more. Just buying Lurrus. So considering that they're tapped out and they probably don't have a third force, can I win the game off this turn? If I could cast Doomsday, but I can't cast Doomsday because I fetched a basic island because I wanted to play around Wasteland. Why'd I play around Wasteland? My opponent simply didn't care. Didn't Wasteland. I can still go for a Doomsday, and I have to gush first. Because then I can cast it after, but I don't have any way to break into my pile at that point, right? Tinker is certainly an option here. I've been strip mined, I've been wastelanded. I kind of like Tinker here, actually. I think that's a pretty nice little line. Get Fluster, gush into Necro. That's not bad either. I kind of like tinkering. All right, that time it resolved. They did not have a third force of will. Under force. Draw force. Oh, yeah, that's lethal. I also agree. It looks like they have Vine Break Trap. I don't think it can anymore, but at one point I did think that, yeah. I mean, I should just cast all my cantrips first, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is lethal in some million different ways here. I mean, in paper, they would have been like, how many spells is that? And counted. So it's like kind of the same, right? I don't have as many blue mana as I thought I did. Oh. All right, I'm going to win the game now. In about a million different ways. My Magic Online is not happy. Do I think Unrestricted Ponder makes Citadel better? Yeah, I guess. That vibes. I mean, it helps you find Tinker, right? So it's not necessarily bad, and it puts more spells in your deck that are good when you have Tinker. What is this? What the heck is this? Is this a keep? Sure, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they have like 10 forces in their deck. Is this hand actually good against 10 forces? No, that draw is so bad, isn't it? So I just vamp for like a Citadel and then we go for Consult or something. I don't know. We're vamping for something. I don't know what we're vamping for. We're vamping for something though. I think there was a Citadel deck in Pioneer, if I recall correctly. Maybe I should have like consulted for something and then vamp for. I don't know. How much mana do I have? I can go Dark Ritual and play Citadel. I mean, I think it's better to get a Tinker though, right? Just tinker away the Ruby. Like, it's just bait, really, but I guess I could go for an Ancestral and do it on their turn, but Vamp is actually on my other turn, so. This also baits a Flusterstorm that we can Ritual, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Now they have to have another counterspell. They have a Mental Misstep? No, they have a Mindbreak Trap. They have another Mindbreak Trap, chat. Oh, no, they had a Mindbreak Trap and a Negation. Ah. They had a Mindbreak Trap, a Negation, and a Fluster. And they did it in response to the ritual. So, wait, my ritual resolves. And then, can we kill someone with Demonic somehow here? I can have 5 mana down to 4 mana, 4 black mana. I think we should just Demonic for Doomsday. And then try to beat their 1 card plus Saga plus 2 cards. Yeah, let's go Dark Ritual Doomsday here. Looks pretty good. Uh, 10 cards entered the revealed zone. I lost both oracles. How does this happen every single time, bro? How does it happen every time? I also lost the Shieldred. Every time. Just how am I so unlucky? I thought we were gonna win this game. We're well positioned to win this game. What's the percentage chance that this happens, man? Every time there were 4 Doomsdays in the deck. Bro, this consult for Doomsday never works. 0% chance to work. I mean, you'd play 4 oracles if you had 4 consults, but with 1 consult, that's not worth it. This is the dumbest. Like, how does this happen every time? I could have had a Shieldred
At least if I like, but I milled over the Shieldred and I've lost the Bolus Citadel. Like, not that those lines are probably going to win anyways, but like, they're all gone. I hit everything. All of the things that win the game are gone. Unreal. I feel like we played that game so well, too. That's so frustrating. Like, the percentage there has got to be abysmal. I don't think I've ever cast Dark Ritual. I don't think I've ever cast Consult for Doomsday without just immediately milling both Oracles. All right, well, I mean, let's build the pile, because I think that's important part of this exercise, right? Let's build the pile. I mean, we can't build the pile, though, because we don't know what cards are exiled, right? So that doesn't actually help us. So we can't even practice build the pile here. Because the pile changes depending on what we don't have an Ancestral or a Gush or a Black Lotus either, by the way. Gush, Ancestral, Black Lotus, Double Oracle were my exiled cards. So I would have to build Time Walk, Double Ponder kind of thing, I would assume. If I had an Oracle, it'd be like Time Walk, Double Ponder. Well, I need another blue card. Probably need another blue land in my deck. So it's probably more like the other pile that we made earlier in the tournament where we need to put like a sea somewhere in there. I guess an island. So it's more like Time Walk, Ponder, Island, Oracle, or something like that. All right, whatever. I mean, I think we were ahead in this game. My opponent was down to like one card. They used all their counter spells, and we were about to play Task the Turn Doomsday Pile with 2 non-wastelandable sources. Okay, here we go. 6th and final round, I think. Yes, of this vintage challenge. It has not really gone our way, but that happens. I think we could have played better. I think we could have drawn better. I think we could have not milled over our entire library while casting Demonic Consultation. You know, those kind of things. Well, again, this one doesn't cast spells. This one is not bad, though. I do like this one. I think I like. I'm gonna put away Doomsday because Yogwill gives me redundancy for my attack here. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this hand and we're gonna go scroll Ancestral, and then we'll go Ancestral and on the next turn, and then play our top, and then we can tinker. And after all of that is done, we can buy it all back. All right, what do you got for us, Bluswan? Verdant Catacombs. Uh-oh. Did we escape an oof? Did our opponent not have the companion bug Moxen? Mana Crypt. Okay. Play my Mana Crypt. Play my Ancestral Recall with the ability to pay for Flusterstorm. Oh, come on, man. Let me play the game, bro. Let me play the game. Let me play the game. I'm gonna get oofed, huh? Is there an Academy in this deck? Wait, why is there no Academy in this deck? Should there not be an Academy in this deck? I guess there's not that much Moxen. It doesn't cast Dark Ritual Doomsday. Maybe there isn't supposed to be an Academy in this deck. Yeah. This kind of stinks, doesn't it? If I get oofed, I lose. But I don't even have the extra blue mana to get the... I'm going to draw this Flusterstorm. And that way, if I don't get oofed, I can maybe get a counterspell back up. Well, Doomsday also... The Saga also doesn't cast Doomsday. I don't think that Lorien and Saga are particularly good in this deck, for what it's worth. Like, it's a Dark Ritual Ponder deck. I'm pretty sure this deck is not supposed to play Saga or Lorien. I definitely can't play Lurrus Companion, because you have to play Tinker in this deck, or the deck doesn't work. Okay. All right. So I am going to draw my Polluted Delta and play my Polluted Delta. And then play Tinker with Flusterstorm backup. And then I have to hope they don't have 2 counterspells. Ooh, do I have to successfully execute a Flusterstorm? That could be fun. Love a good old Flusterstorm. Roll. I miss playing Tinker. Tinker's a good time. Ah, all right, yeah. You got a Force of Will backup. So if my opponent doesn't eat my Tinker, though, I can just Yoggle it all back, right? That was the plan. Man, I love playing these Tinker decks, though. They're so much fun. Yogwill, jamming Tinker, rebuying it. Though Yogwill does seem like... It seems like Yogwill has gotten a lot worse than it used to be because of how many negations there are now. Oh, never mind. We lose. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh, and Ooh? Oh, and Oko. Turn off Sapphire? Okay, I got nothing. What? Why does no one knows how to Oko correctly? Why does no one Oko correctly? I don't understand. It's so easy. You turn this into an elk and I can't play the game. All right, so I can't Yogwill right now because I do need the other land, so one more turn. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, are they scared? They're scared, right? Why do they do it now? Are you listening? Did I tell you how to play the game correctly? What's the... what the that's okay. I'll draw another Mox. It'll be great. So they're no longer scared of it. So here's the trick, chat. Oko is super broken for this one very specific reason. If you elk something, the elk can never kill the Oko. You just plus and then turn it into another elk, and it can never kill the Oko. So on the first turn you play Oko, you can always elk something if there's nothing else happening. And so you just turn off your opponent's mana. Maybe I'll draw Black Lotus. I deserve to win this game, right? Not like this. Not like this, Gush. So silly, man. Double Wasteland, Oko, Force Fluster, Misstep. They had it all. Classic bug player. It's okay.
No problem. We can still win. Oh, what do we got? Probably just fetching black mana and eating Tinker. No, they are making... Oh, they're casting Lorien Revealed? No, they're casting Treasure Cruise? No, they're casting Lorien Revealed. Ah, I see. I see. I don't see, actually. Mox. Yeah, my deck is so bad. Chat, my deck is so bad. Wait. What if I trade... Gets a Sapphire in my yard? Doesn't matter, though, because I still can't cast my... Oh, this is actually really good for me, right? If I had drawn a mana this turn, this trade is so good for me, because then I can play my mana, and then I could have gone Tinker. Oh, man, that would have been so good for me if I had drawn any reasonable Magic card here. Now it's still good. I mean, there are still options here. Things are happening. We all know they don't know to Elk the Ruby, so... Twitch crashed on us. I don't know what happened. They just refuse. They just refuse to turn off my Tinker target. I don't know. I mean, I guess I already used Tinker. No, I mean, it's just mana. You just turn off the mana. You just turn it off. It's too late. You already made the food. You can't take it back. No take backs. No take backs. No take backs. No take backs. Double Wasteland. Ooh. I'm so done, chat. I'm so over it. I could have won this game. This game was actually winnable. This game was totally winnable at multiple points. Just don't play any lands, apparently. My life will slip away. This has been kind of a painful evening, huh? I don't believe Lady Luck has smiled on us. I liked that deck. I'm really happy that... I mean, I knew the video would do well because it's a brew and it's a 5-0. It's clickbaitable, but I'm really happy that video is doing well because that deck is a banger. .9 in one day. Second. I mean, the Hermit Druid breakout deck did really well, huh? Interesting. I've had some real bad videos recently, so it's been a little rough. Oracle of Tragedy. Oracle of Tragedy is a human wizard. When it enters the battlefield or dies, you loot, or you can shuffle cards into your library. I did not look at that card. I don't think that card's very good. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to play that stupid archaeologist, but nobody in chat brought it up at all. Who knows? Yes, this deck is bad Beseech. We're all aware of it. I was paid money. I stopped working on this deck last year because the Beseech came out. It's probably good enough. This is what the people wanted to see. I think I play at Underground Sea so that I have like a possibility of brainstorming with a fetch, and we just demonic for an ancestral. Like this deck was a serious contender in my mind for Eternal Weekend last year. I thought Doomsday was the best deck in the format. I didn't really like playing Doomsday, so I built the Tinker version. I thought it was pretty good. I bought all the cards for this deck in paper. I can play this deck in paper. Well, not Beseech, but like I can play most of this deck in paper because I bought Tinker Doomsday to play in Eternal Weekend. It turns out buying 4 Underground Seas wasn't a big deal because like now PO plays 4 Underground Seas and Lurrus Saga plays 4 Underground Seas, and apparently everyone plays 4 Underground Seas. But can we just stop drawing the stupid Sphinx? But yeah. I mean, I just don't think Beseech is good, and I think Beseech is a better version of this deck, so that's a big problem, right? I thought this deck was good back when I made it. Like, I legitimately thought it was good. Every time. It's such a rough day. It is such a rough day. I'm gonna get Bowmastered, right? I mean, I still need to cast this. Okay, I think I play this and try to get it countered. Okay. That's fine. I don't really have any interest in trying to figure out a pass the turn pile here. It might be correct to build a pass the turn pile there, but I have absolutely no interest in figuring it out. That I don't think I care about. Like if I draw an artifact here, a Mox in here, I can just go for a Tinker line with force backup and then go for a Citadel. Time Walk. Maybe like drawing a Mox in is at a high ask, but immediately draw a blue card that cantrips. Sweet. So what do we do? We just Doomsday. Can we get Necro? We could. We could. Is that better than casting Doomsday? It's annoying, but it's super doable, right? Like, we can just draw a card on their turn with Dress Down. We can Time Walk. We can play fetches. Like, we can make it. Like, it's not that hard. I'm going to Doomsday here. So I'm pretty sure this pile contains 2 oracles. Two oracles, an island, a fetch land, and a time walk. I draw time walk. I cast time walk. I draw fetch land. I fetch into an island, and then I play Oracle Oracle. I already have I mean, I could dress down on their turn, I guess. To draw a card. So maybe I don't need a fetch. Maybe I can play Time Walk into... I mean, I'm sure I need 2 oracles. I'm not actually sure I need Time Walk, but I think it's good. I kind of want to play fetch in an island. If I get Besiege'd again... Maybe I just play Island, Time Walk, and Force. Because I have this dress down. Oh no, I can't use the dress down for Force if I dress down, so it doesn't actually help me. Alright, I'm just going to do the thing that my gut instinct is telling me to do. Which is... Oracle Island, Oracle Island, Oracle Fetch, Time Walk, something like that. Seems fine. Beseech Doomsday Tinker. Yep. That's the deck. They got a Force of Will off Narset. It's not good for me. And an Oko. I think that's fine. Well, I mean, I know these 2 cards. Like, Time Walk doesn't kill me, so... If they force here, I just force back because they're tapped out. It's best time to use my force. I can just go for 2 oracles next turn, right? Because I fetch down to 2, and I dress down to 1, and then I draw. I always, yeah. Yeah. Don't, yeah. Obviously, don't dress down an end step. I have to do it on their middle of their turn here. Yeah, and this lets me cast 2 oracles on their turn, so on my next turn, so. Oh, I guess if they play a Deathrite Shaman, I die, right? Because they stand up Oko and they play a Deathrite Shaman. Oh, wow, they have a Strip Mine, so I don't get to cast 2 oracles because I cast this dress down. So do I lose now because of that, or no? So I shouldn't have cast the dress down until I saw what they played? I guess I would have died by attacking anyways, so it doesn't matter. So it's just, do they have a force for the Oracle? I don't have to... I mean, I think I like the line I chose here. Looks fine, right? They just have to have a counterspell for this Oracle. I guess now I don't lose the Fatal Push, right? So that's actually kind of a plus. I beat Fatal Push now, so... Okay, big, huge. Huge. I could have died a lot of different ways there. Like if they play a Deathray Shaman and they make us a thing and it take an extra turn and then hit me for 7 exactly. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have cracked my fetch so early. I guess then I could lose like opposition agent maybe. Because they could just take over my fetch and then not find. And then I'd have like a 1 and 3 or something. I don't. I got paid to play it. I don't like playing Doomsday on stream for a lot of the reasons that chat was able to see today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, there was no other way to play around Wasteland there. That was like a line that had an extra land in it. Seems like it's more like of a Xerox E-Bug deck. It has like more cantrips and stuff. I've got another Sphinx in my hand, a Force, a Flusterstorm, but no black mana. If I had black mana, is this a keep? Maybe. Keep. I don't know if that's the right card to put back, but we're just slamming Ritual Necro here. Make a turkey bowl tonight. Sapphire would be a nice one. Black Lotus, you could always draw too. I know I don't normally draw them. Black Lotus, Ancestral, Sapphire, those cards, but we could draw any of those. All pretty good. Jet, Lotus, Sapphire, Ancestral. Not bad. Those are good cards. Put them in my deck today. So. All right. Classic. Oh, hello. Ding, 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 ding. All right. What do we do though? Can we win? What do we do though? How do we play? How? We have to. There's no way to win with Flusterstorm backup though. Like we could go and get an Ancestral and play a Doomsday and have Ancestral after Doomsday, right? But then we can't have Flusterstorm backup, which seems stupid to me. All right, I think the answer here is play an Underground Sea, play a Black Lotus. No, I'm gonna play a Necro, right? Isn't that the best play? And then I can play a Necro with Fluster backup and Merchant for an Ancestral. Oh. We're just resolving Necro. I mean, at that point, I feel like we just cast Doomsday, right? And then we draw 4 cards with our Necro, untap and kill them. So if we were to do that, we would Doomsday and we would make a pile that has an Oracle, a Lotus, a Force, and another Force. Oh yeah, 5 cards. So we could get Oracle, Lotus, and Force blue card, Force. The problem with like merchant scrolling for an ancestral and casting ancestral now is like we're losing our Black Lotus for no reason, and we're getting cards in our hand that don't do anything because we can just draw the cards with Necro. We could just do nothing with our Lotus in our merchant and just draw a bunch of cards with Necro and go for it onto next turn, which is probably the best line, realistically. I'm just gonna draw like 7 here again because like we already have a bunch of the cards we want. We have the Doomsday, and we have a blue card, and we have a Flusterstorm. How many cards is this? 7? Probably fine. Oh, this Doomsday art is great. Ooh. Okay. Mana Crypt, second Doomsday, and Dress Down. And now we have Ancestral on their turn with Fluster and shit. I guess maybe we wanted... I don't know. We have so much good stuff going on here. This was a very good Necro activation, huh? Maybe we don't want to Lotus because that's our Doomsday mana. Ancestral. Oh, they have a Fluster? So... how do I want to sequence this one? I probably cast Misstep on the Ponder and then Fluster each Flusterstorm target, and then the one they pay for I can pay for, or something. Or do I even need to use Misstep at that point? If I do this and I Flusterstorm each copy, then they could pay for the Ponder and resolve the Ponder. Then I could Misstep after, I guess, which would tap them out of a mana, which might be better. So I Flusterstorm each thing on the stack, and then they can pay for one. And if they paid for a Flusterstorm, we could just pay. And if they pay for the Ponder, then I can just misstep it. All right, so I assume they'll pay for this Ponder then. And then we'll draw off Ancestral and Misstep. There's no point in mysticaling. I guess we could mystical for the thing. So maybe we do mystical. We can mystical for consult. We can mystical for... so if we mystical and then we have to draw it with Ponder, and then we can have... yeah, mystical for Dark Writ, but then we don't have a way to break into our pile. So kind of sucks, right? We can draw. Oh, what if we mystical for dark ret and then scroll for gosh. Mystical for dark ret. Scroll for gosh. And then ponder to break our pile. That would assume they have no counter spells. Probably fine. What about Yogwell? I guess that's worse. Alright, get a dark ritual. Ponder. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough mana for this. I mean, still fine, right? Maybe I should have just gone for console. It's fine. Oh, I don't have enough here, right? All right, I guess we're just doing the stupid pass the turn Doomsday line. We have to figure out how to make it work, right? Or we could just merchant scroll for a force and activate Necro a few times. Or we could merchant scroll for a gush. Or we could... this is so bad. What am I doing? I need to pick a line here. Just gonna go next turn, I think. Just gonna get a gush. Necro 3 times. I don't know. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm playing bad, obviously. I should draw one more time, probably. I mean, those draws were nuts, so. Kind of want... Yeah, I guess I gush first and get an extra land drop. Time walk. I go to 5. I go to 3. That's fine. Those were like the best possible draws, probably. Yeah, I didn't play this game very well, but I'm kind of off it. Sorry. I think the worst possible thing that can happen is I get wastelanded, right? And then how do I win? I guess I should have forced the time walk. Then I have no protection. They drew the Wasteland. Wait, they're just not going to Wasteland me? I mean, they do know I have the Gush, but... Alright, well, in that case, I simply float blue and Gush. Oh, nice Gush, Justin. Do I even win here? I feel like I played this game about as bad as I possibly could have. Okay, I don't know what's going on. My opponent should definitely. I guess they didn't wasteland me because they wanted to have force up. I guess that makes sense. If my opponent wastelands me, then I'm at. But I can't kill them with Dark Ritual Doomsday because I'm at 5, right? So they should just wasteland me. I played that game atrociously. Sorry, about to hit the end of the stream here. All right, so 3-3, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. I think this deck is, without any question, bad. It definitely plays powerful cards and can do powerful things and is interesting and is fun. But I don't see any reason anymore. It's not like 9 months ago. I don't see any reason more where you would play this deck over Doomsday. Doomsday is way too good for you to play this deck over it. And I don't see any reason you would play this deck over Beseech. Beseech is like doing the good things about this deck, but better. So I just think it's like, yeah, you're just playing Beseech, but you're making your life miserable. So yeah, I think this deck is thoroughly out of the picture now. I don't see any like convincing reason to play it. One thing I will say from this this tournament was Tinker Citadel was pretty good. It was a really hard to Tinker Citadel against Saga though, so which is pretty much one of the reasons versus like Lurrus Saga control, which is pretty much one of the reasons why this deck or like Tinker in general fell out of favor in the metagame. So but I mean Tinker Citadel is still very good. So no, that's it. We're done here. We went 28th. Echo Baron, top 8, Unlucky Monkey, Mick Winsauce, John, Slacks, and Discover N 6-0. Yeah, they should probably have not buffed Doomsday, man. Jesus. Very cool. Very cool. Anything else, chat? Anything else? No. But thanks again, of course, to Mark for a donation to see this deck played. I do like this deck. I do think this deck is fun, but I just don't think the deck is good, unfortunately. So, for more vintage action on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will see you then.